So you are welcome to today's live talking on best foods for your blood sugar. Yes, let's talk about the foods. It's not enough to lower the blood sugar using some teas and herbs. There are foods also that helps you. That's exactly what we want to talk about. Ensure to join me during this live in case you are managing your blood sugar or going through insulin resistance, or you can even share it to someone. Gracious Grace is my name, and I'll be expecting you there. Let's go. Okay, I'm live already. I don't know. So, so you are welcome to my life. So you are welcome to my life, to Healthy Food Place, sharing ideas and recipes on how you can stay healthy naturally. Why is it looking this way? Why is it looking this way? Okay. Let's end it first. So let's talk about how to lower blood sugar naturally. We're looking at I'm looking at why this thing is sorry. I'm looking at why the screen is not bright. It's extremely dull. How the foods that can help you and why the orientation is locked. So rotate the orientation, the something back. Is it rotating it like this? I don't know. Anyway, let's just go. As long as you can hear me, hear what I'm saying. Don't know why it's like this. Supposed to, it was brighter, it's supposed to be bright. The screen is not as bad as this, at least. I don't know what is this orientation locked. Why is it locked? I don't know. You should let me know why it's locked. But if you can hear me, let's go. Let's just talk on because we could not continue the diabetes seminar because I was away to go and check on my payments, which was not true. I'm still working on it. So what I'm saying today is that there are foods that you need to eat. You need to know that the food that spike your sugar, they are not the food I should be going for. And it's not enough for you to consume herbs alone to lower your blood sugar. Now, let me give you an instance of this blood sugar lowering that we are talking about. I've listed about 30 foods as spices. I call them foods because all the edibles I call foods. You can see it in my channel. But if you watch those lists, you will not find foods. They are mostly teas and herbs. Now, teas and herbs can help you to lower your blood sugar, but they cannot sustain you to help manage your blood sugar. The thing you need is food that are high in protein. You need also healthy fats. Then let me also say in today's short life, which will last for about 30 or 35 minutes, because my battery is already low now, because I've been trying to do all of that. And so the food that people are wrongly, one food that people are wrongly consuming, thinking that is the solution, is unripe plantain. And that's the number one food I want to talk about. It's not the number one food, but because people rely on it so much, because it's a resistant starch. Now, people are mistaking unripe plantain as if it is a protein source, that as if it's a source of protein. Unripe plantain is starch, and it remains starch. The difference is that it is released slowly into the bloodstream. It is a resistant starch. And so diabetics should not embrace it wholeheartedly as if it is a source of protein. When they need food for energy, taking it in moderation with some other proteins, with some other healthy fats, with some vegetables, with some spices, will not or may not spike the blood sugar. And there is also a caution for those who are taking it as swallow on a daily basis. It is not also the solution for your blood sugar. Now, I will tell you also an experience of those who are having it, who thought it was the solution, who thought that unripe plantain was the solution. After some time, some of them complain of things like dizziness. Some of them start complaining of things like insulin resistance, not being able to be controlled. It is because it is also a source of this insulin resistance. Now, what you need to include in your diet, I want you to listen to the best foods. Include beans and black-eyed cowpea in moderation. And when you are preparing these beans and black-eyed cowpea, beans, don't cook them with yam. Don't cook the beans or black-eyed cowpea with rice. Don't cook it with plantain, whether ripe. I've seen very old people. It is not a good combination for diabetes. Now, don't pair them with sweet potatoes. Don't pair them with corn. Somebody have dropped a comment here before asking me whether it's okay with corn. Well, you can add a little corn because it's fiber and it's not high in calorie. But even when you add it with that a little corn, it does not make it a complete food. The food that can help you as a diabetic, when you are consuming food like beans and black eyed, you can add things like fish, dried fish. You can add egg. I do add egg. And honestly, if you have access to any kind of meat, it's okay, my dear. Whether it's grass-fed meat or grass-cutter meat or any meat, take it and eat it with it. It's okay. And let me also share with you the result of pairing it wrongly. When you pair plantain with beans, it's going to allow that beans to sit for too long in your stomach. Why? Because without complete amino acids in the diet, the body will not be able to use even the ones that you brought into the body. So those amino acids that must come from the food you are eating, a majority of them are in the animal kingdom. That is from the animal proteins, which you are avoiding. And so when you now say, okay, I'm diabetic, you're diabetic, or your mom is diabetic, you want to avoid thing, you want to avoid food that will clog her arteries. Now you restrict and start consuming beans and moi. No, moi and pap. No. What did I say? No. Some of you may not agree with me on this. I know. They are not complete. Then you can add egg. Egg has anti-inflammatory properties. You need to include food that fights inflammations, food that will enable the body use the moi and whatever. But honestly, if you can take the moi and the egg with some other vegetables like cabbage, with other vegetables like carrot, it's a better option for diabetes, instead of pairing it with another pap, or whether it's yellow corn pap or white corn pap. Now, pap also is a common food that is often mistaken by diabetics because of the way it behaves in the body, because of the presence of probiotics. It makes you feel as if it's one of the food of choice, but it is not, except it is the pap made with millet. If it's not the pap that you made with millet, if it didn't spike your sugar immediately, over time it's going to start to spike your sugar. Now, some of you are also restricted to taking wheat. I see a lot of people in the market grinding wheat all over the place as if it's the last hope. Wheat is also not the food of choice, though you can take it occasionally because of the fiber. You can take it occasionally because it's of magnesium. But another food of choice that diabetics can also take is this millet. The foods are not really much. Millet, you can make it. Then you can now focus your energy more on seeds and nuts. Seeds like sesame seeds, sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds. You can also include nuts like cocoa, peanuts is a source of protein, very high in protein. Cashew nut in occasionally. Barbara nuts, okpa, all those legumes. Because when you come to the legumes family, you see that there's a wide range of it. There's the chickpea. All of them are good. They are high in fiber. They are great for diabetes. Now, if you are looking for starchy food for diabetes, the cassava root is okay. This edible cassava is okay if you take in moderation with other vegetables. If you take the sweet potato once in a while with other vegetables and foods like egg, it's not a bad idea for diabetics. For not only diabetics, for most seniors. Now, I shared a diabetic friendly breakfast in one of my recent videos. You can also go and watch it. And if you are not subscribed, if you have not subscribed, you can do so. Now, in that video, you will notice that I added the peanut, which is a healthy fat. Because what the diabetic need more in their diets are leafy greens, fatty fish, occasional meat, especially grass-fed meat, whether it's chicken, whether it's goat meat, whether it's cow meat. Occasional meat is good for diabetes. Then include nuts and seeds, peanuts, cashew nuts. There are a lot of nuts in your various regions. So you include the nuts to be able to have sufficient protein, sufficient vitamins, sufficient minerals in your diet. Now, other foods that you need to also include, you need, apart from focusing on the seeds and the nuts, apart from also focusing on the healthy fats like avocados, sesame seeds, pumpkin seeds, all those seeds I mentioned earlier before. Now, among the legumes, black-eyed cowpea is the one I take. It's easier to digest. You can also take from all the chickpea is there, pigeon pea is there, pinto beans is there, kidney beans is there. There are so many of them. So you can pick from anyone that's available around you and use it. Then other foods that helps diabetes in managing it are the raw foods from the fruits. Occasional fruits. Don't stay a day without taking at least one vitamin C rich food. Vitamin C is very crucial when you are trying to manage diabetes. Don't run away. If you cannot take one orange, you cannot take apple, at least half an apple once in a while. You can take apple cider to help you with antioxidants. Yes, you can take 1 tablespoon of it in warm water and take before your breakfast or before your dinner or before your food. Once in a while. You don't have to do it every day. Because if you do it every day, over time, it looks like your stomach is producing acid. It will make you sleep, make you feel good. It's going to help you relax your arteries. But my dear, it is not something I would suggest you take every day before food. Then another food you can also take is the dates, which you find in that breakfast. It's a good food for diabetics. And that's why I shared it in that list of things I go out with. If you are going out and you don't know what to go with and you're diabetic, blood sugar could rise or it could drop. But if you are hungry and you don't know what to eat, you can't be eating bread. Of course, bread is one of your worst food. You can't be eating biscuit. Some of you that are still eating biscuit, you need to be careful. You can't be carrying biscuit in your bag. Say you are trying to fight. I was doing it. It took a long time before I stopped it. Whether it's cracker, you call it, they are all highly acidic. So you don't have to start taking your biscuit or bread when you are going out. You can look for natural foods. If you don't have nuts to go with, like cashew nuts, if you don't have things like cocoa, these are clean foods. When I'm talking about clean foods, non-toxic foods, a lot of foods are not clean. So if you are looking for food that are clean, you should be thinking of those like cashew nut, peanut. If you want to go with sesame seed, roasted, even pumpkin seed, I go with things like dates. If it's somewhere you are going to stay long, if you carry a handful of nuts, mix them together, it's going to carry you from morning till evening. Your sugar will not spike anywhere. That's what you should, these are the areas you should focus your eyes to get your nutrient, to get your food. Because most of these nuts and seeds, they are higher in vitamins and minerals. That's what I discovered. Minerals that support your bone health, like selenium. Minerals that helps you, like omega-3. Minerals like zinc and magnesium. Minerals that support your connective tissues. These are the minerals that you find mostly in the seeds and the nuts. And so these are the foods that and then the next set of food that the diabetes should embrace to manage sugar is vegetables. Vegetables. Just ensure to have it if on a daily basis, because they are low in calorie, they are not acidic. Variety of them, including okra. Remember that okra is one of your best friends. I planted some. I will do a video one of these days to show us my okra. If you have a place to plant okra, go ahead and plant. It's not difficult. So that you can be having okra in your diet. It helps you with cholesterol. You may use it to make your soup. It's going to help you with diabetes management. And if you want to take your swallow, like I did in one of those videos, occasionally you can use the millet, all of those grains that, like particularly millet, because it's the one highest in protein. So you can use it and blend it with a little cassava, if you like to make it like swallow, like we normally do, and take with any soup of your choice. At other times, you can take your oats. Yes, oat flour, either grounded oats or oats without, that's not grounded. You can take it also and add a little soya beans. I'm being practical to you, what I do. Add a little pinch of soya beans in the oat, and then you can add other things like fonio or other grains. Even if the millet, you can add a little and then stir it. It form a consistent paste that you can use as a swallow. And it won't spike your sugar. And it won't clog your arteries. And it will not create any problem that you are worried about. If you consume it with a vegetable soup that comes with healthy fat, cayenne pepper, sea salt, and then protein in it. Protein like meat, fish, protein like eggs. Don't ever eat without protein in it. It's not good for diabetes. One of the major things that is making a lot of people find it difficult to manage their sugar is the problem of blood sugar. One of the problem of protein in the diet, having sufficient. The quantity of protein we need on a daily basis is high, but a good number of us don't even get enough of it. So most of the foods we have in our environment, they are mostly starch. I have checked around myself. It's mostly starch, sugars. That is the truth. And because of this, a lot of people are, finding it difficult to control their blood sugar. They are finding it difficult to manage their blood sugar. And so I do not think it's something that should be giving you problem. Don't start drinking herbal teas too much if you don't have sufficient protein to back it up. Don't do it. If you do not have sufficient protein in your food, in your diet, don't start taking herbal teas like papaya leaves, like stonebreaker, food that lower blood sugar like guava leaves. Don't start going for neem tea. All those teas that I mentioned in that my video that can lower blood sugar, there are many of them. Don't start going for them if you do not have protein around to back them up. That is the truth. You need to just ensure that there is protein. Have your eyes on protein, whether it's meat, whether it's fish, whether it's eat a variety. Don't say, I have been told to avoid animal protein. Animal protein, a good number of them comes with complete amino acid. Don't say I have been advised to avoid plant protein, because I have seen also on the media some people are in favor of only plant protein, that you should just go plant. You should not eat anything egg, meat, fish, vegetarians. So I have also seen another group of people who are in favor of only meat. Eat meat and egg, don't eat any other thing. My dear, in this very channel, moderation is our rule. Both plant-based, animal-based, you must put them together for a balanced diet. That's what I do. That is the life I live. I do not focus. As a matter of fact, each time I do not take animal protein, sleeping becomes a problem. Maybe some of you are not even familiar with this problem, or you don't know. Some of you have not linked the non-sleep sometimes to lack of complete amino acid, lack of animal protein. I have seen it to be true. Sometimes I have tested it, and it keeps recurring that anytime I say, okay, let me stay off the animal protein, let me just eat only plant, sleep problem comes again. It is obvious that these things are true. These are tests and researches that were, and it's true. Anytime I say, okay, let me stay away from the animal protein and go only plant. Yes, they have alkalining effect on the body. If you take too much of the animal protein, they have acidic effect. These things are true. But when you take it moderately from both sides, you are going to have a balanced diet. And that is the position I have on this. I am not for only plant-based. I am not only for animal protein. But you need to bring the two together so that you have complete amino acids in your diet, so that you have a balanced diet, so that you'll be able to manage diabetes. Because diabetes management requires you to also include a whole variety of foods, not just one side, because you may be missing out on one side. So if you are consuming animal protein, you need to include the plant, because plants have more fiber. Yes, and the body needs fiber, like our stomach. You need a lot of fiber. So if you are avoiding the fiber and focus on it, and now some people, their blood group too, because some people, we have been told that their blood group favors animal protein, and all of that. These are things that we are knowing lately, but I think there are some truths there. So if you know that you are consuming the animal protein and it's getting on well with, fine. But in my own case, I combine the two. I combine the animal protein and the plant protein. There is no mixing or changing. There is no changing it because of what I heard or because of what someone else is doing. I have to stick to what is working for me. And that's exactly what I'm also sharing with you. And if you are doing something else that's working for you, you can also share with us. Maybe somebody else. If you're in the house and you have something that's working for you and you want to share with us, you can go ahead. But for you to effectively manage diabetes, my dear, include quality protein in your diet. Foods like soya beans, you need to include it. It's a source of protein, complete protein. Moringa leaves is also a complete protein. You need to occasionally include moringa leaves, either in your soup or stew, for you to have it balanced. Yes, ensure to put healthy fats, pumpkin seed, sesame seed. Have coconut oil occasionally. Organic peanut oil, peanuts. Stay away from all the biscuits and bread. Stay away from bouillon cubes, artificial taste enhancers. So you need to include these protein-rich foods. Mostly you can, there's another protein that a lot of people are neglecting, black seeds. Don't joke with black seed. Don't play with black seed. If you're diabetic, have it. It's one of the plant, I've checked around the plant seeds. It's the seeds that comes with protein. And I tell you the truth, it is something you need to have around you. You see black seeds. As a matter of fact, last night I had to get up at odd hour of the night myself, because I refused to eat the late food. So I said I wasn't going to eat anything. So because of that, I was like staying awake for too long. But I said I don't want to eat. I don't want to eat anything. But later on, I got up at late hour at about 11 p.m. and I took a little of the black seed and a little of the date syrup, little, and mixed it in boiled water and took it. It was very relaxing. Why was it? Because of the protein there. The body is actually lacking. Now, I have also found out that what the body is lacking at any time, when you supply it, the body will take it. Now, we have a lot of, what is theory that don't eat after 7 p.m. I have also postulated, I have promoted it, and I know it's bad. But I tell you, there is always a human face to some of these things. There are a few exceptional cases when you know that you cannot stay awake, your belly is empty. Like in this case, I told this was just last night. It's not something that happened last month or last week. Then you can just take a little of the black seed, because it won't spike your sugar, a little ground, the one that's grounded to powder, put it, and then you can add something like a little pinch of what is it? Well, any other tea you like, but what I paired it was with a little of the dates, because dates has potassium, and I felt my body needed sugar that hour. Because there are times when your body has dropped in terms of sugar. This is what seniors go through. So if your body has dropped in terms of sugar and you want to quickly put it back so that you can stay relaxed, or else your heart will be pumping, your body will be shaking, you will not be yourself. So if you put something like that black seed, because of that protein there, it has a lot of anti-inflammatory properties. It's going to calm you down. That's what I noticed. That's what I've observed. It's going to calm you down. And then you add a little of the date, because date has sugar, but it has fiber too. It has potassium for your heart. So you just add a little, very little, because it's late hour. Your body can't carry much. So you just stir it in boiled water. Sip it a little. And you go back and lie down. It's not going to cause any spike. It's not going to cause any problem. That's what I have found out. So black seed is also one of the protein food sources you should be having as a diabetic. All the fermented condiments like iru, you should have them. Uba, ogiri, okpei, all this local fermented stuff. Go for them. Stop going for billion cubes. If you're diabetic or you're a senior, get all these fermented stuff. They are also protein sources. Like the Eastern ogiri is made with castor oil. Yes, many of you are not aware that it's made with castor oil, because each region have their own. The Western Nigeria, where we have the Yorubas, when they make their own with another seed, you can see the seed. Then there are other dawa in the north. They have their own seed that they ferment to make their meals. So you have to set your eyes on these foods that comes with protein. Once it is naturally occurring, you set your eyes on it, because that is exactly one of the smartest way to manage diabetes and reverse insulin resistance. It's not just enough for you to take any herb that will lower sugar, because sometimes the challenge most seniors are having is the problem of the sugar have dropped. The sugar have dropped below normal. How do I raise it? And that's why I'm always carrying my date fruit around in my bag. It has helped me on 1 or 2 occasions, and I really love the experience. It didn't cause any spike. It didn't cause any uncomfortable feeling. You just have to wash it, and then you just put it and you start chewing it. Your energy starts coming back. You can give it a try. And it's not expensive. It's a fruit. It's a raw food. Your body just takes, it's a source of iron, it's a source of calcium. It's your heart, one of your heart's best friends. It's a source of potassium. I'm talking of the date. So you can have it. Give your body what it needs. Don't just eat biscuit. Don't just eat anything. Maybe peanut snacks coated with sugar. Don't take all those things. Have the one that you need. If it's sugar your body is looking for, get the natural sugar, like in the one in the date. So get the natural sugar like that. So we have to end it too.